Welcome back to the swamp, my friends. Today we're going to be diving deep into the super scariness that is the ShiddyCaCa monster. If you have your own ShiddyCaCa monster story, I would love to see them. You can submit them to swampdwellerlovesshrek.net. All the money I get from today's video will be donated to local Shreks that have been affected by recent tragedies that have affected so many. Without further ado, this story happened to my father, so forgive me if I don't remember everything from it. He's a big asshole, and I don't listen to his shit half the time. But when he said he had an encounter with the ShiddyCaCa monster, I knew he was being dead serious. A little backstory on the ShiddyCaCa monster, for those who don't know about it. He is known for being incredibly stinky, can be a little nutty, and people often describe him as being incredibly chunky. My father said this happened around 20 years ago, before I was born. He was camping with a couple of friends about 20 miles deep into the Oregon forest. They did what most guys do and had a couple of beers, tell camp stories, and the occasional makeout session. At first, all seemed to be going well. The guys were getting ready to go to bed and had set up their tents for the night, when my father said it had been around 2 hours since everyone had fallen asleep. My father had a problem falling asleep and decided to give himself a quick tug, as this usually helps him pass out right away. Don't ask me why I know this, but I do. But mid-tug, he was alerted to a sound outside of his tent, and a smell so foul it sent hairs on the back of his neck up standing. At the time, he wasn't aware of the ShiddyCaCa monster, and his first thought that it was a foreskin walker. He decided to wake his friend Kyle, that he was sharing a tent with. Kyle was a larger man at around 6'8", and weighing in around 423 pounds at the time. When Kyle came to, he heard the noise as well and decided to peek his head out of the tent to see what my father was talking about. He could see Kyle's body being pulled out of the tent at light speed, and from the shadows cast on the tent, from the fire outside, he could see Kyle's body picked up around 10 feet and thrown against a nearby tree. My father was stricken with fear and didn't move for the rest of the night. He must have passed out at some point because he was awoke to his friends in the morning, shaking him, saying that they had found Kyle's body, and he was covered in shit from head to toe. There was a trail of shit that went some 40 feet away from their campsite and into a nearby lake. I pray I never have the opportunity to meet the ShiddyCaCa monster, but as I'm writing this story, I too can smell what I describe as a Panda Express diarrhea mess outside my door.